it's Jenny with Snowflower. Today we are going to make a lei. And you may have heard of leis or seen leis. I know they're often used in Hawaii, but they're used actually all over the world for different reasons. But mostly it's about love and friendship and celebration. And there's a way for you to do this at home. It's really a fun activity. I myself am actually making leis with some girlfriends this weekend. So that inspired me to do the video today. So you can see I have a beautiful bowl of carnations. And here is one that I'll show you how to clip them appropriately. So you'll need carnations. I picked white, but you can pick any color you like. Also dental floss. That's actually what we're going to string them on. Make sure it's waxed. It's very sturdy. I really like and recommend using dental floss. And then of course you're going to need some clippers and scissors. Always great tools. Ribbon, and that is actually to measure how long you want your lei to be, as well as tape. And then also a crafting needle. And crafting needles are, they're not as sharp as a traditional needle. They tend to be longer, and they have an eye hole that's a little bigger, which will be helpful when you're stringing floss. So that's it. That's what we start with. So the very first thing is you need to figure out how long you want your lei to be. And for me, it's different because your frame and size will be different. I just did this, and it's about 36 inches, okay? So what I'm gonna do, and the reason that I keep a ribbon with down on the table is I can always double check as I'm working on my lei how long it is. So I'm just taking it down, and it's gonna be my ruler. So I make sure I get my lei long enough, okay? So then I'm gonna measure my floss out, and I'm actually gonna go past my ribbon marker because I want extra to tie it off at the end, or in case I have a break or something happens. So I'm just gonna go a little longer than what I actually need. And then I'm gonna tie a knot on one end. So what I recommend doing is give it a few inches in here and just start tying a few knots. And you want a fairly healthy knot. And this isn't critical. You're not going to push any of the stems through that hard. You'll be able to stop on that. So I've just triple knotted it in that one spot. Okay. And then on the other side, you are going to thread your needle. There you go. And I put a pretty healthy return, so you don't lose it as you go. So there's your needle and thread, your dental floss. And then of course you need your flowers prepped. So I'm going to prep one. You can see I have a bowl that I've already prepped. What I do is I take it just at the base, just here. You don't want to go too high because the entire head will shatter. So I just snip it there. So that's what it's going to look like. And then you are going to thread through this portion. And I go right on through, straight up through the middle. I'm going to bring it all the way through. Be sure not to lose your threading. And I'm going to come all the way to my knot. And don't push too hard. You don't want it to come through. But there, that's number one. And I'm going to keep going and keep adding. And then I'll show you, you nestle them into each other as you thread. So you may need to put your needle down to do that properly. So I'll put it down. And then I sort of open up the bloom on this one, and I nestle them together best I can. And some of the green will show, and that's okay, but you'll see the full effect will be very full and you won't see much of it. So we're going to go ahead and grab another bloom, and I'll show you where you actually put the needle. So you put it right in the center, and I then turn it this way so I don't poke myself, and I push up. You'll see the needle coming through. Keep threading, 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 again, all the way down to the last bloom. And again, I stop each time and I nestle the base into the top of the following one. And I massage it a little bit, the petals, with my fingers just to try to conceal the mechanics in between. So I want it to look as white as possible. And then we continue on, and you just continue on. So from my length of lei is about 36 inches, and I'm going to use roughly 25 heads. So it will vary person to person depending on how many heads you need and how long your lei will be. But for me, the 36 inches is about 25. I'm just going to continue on and thread it through, right through the center. And if it isn't dead center, it doesn't matter, it's very forgiving. And then I nestle one into the next. And continue on. You can see I'm right here, I might have quite a bit to go. So I'm coming up on my last couple. As you see, I have lined up my garland, my lei, with my ribbon, measuring ribbon, and I have just a little left. So I'm just going to put the last few on, and then I'll tie it off, and that's it. Then you can wear it. It's fantastic. It's a fun, easy project. This would be a great thing, as I said, to do with some friends or your kids. That's the last one. I'm going to nestle it in. Before I tie it off, I'm just going to make sure everything's stacked nicely, and I'm happy with the way that's happening. Just turn it around maybe. Oh, so this one just came off. So now I'm going to circle it around, and I'm going to tie it off. So I'm just going to do one loop and then bring them together, and then nestle this as best I can into this one. And just tie it off. And I absolutely would recommend triple tying it. You can also add a ribbon at this point if you wanted to, which would be fun if you want something dangling down, but you certainly don't need to. I'm gonna do it 3 times, and you'll find that the dental floss is actually really, really sturdy. And trim that with my scissors, and I'm going to put on my leg. And there you go, and it smells amazing. So you made a carnation lei. Thank you for watching. Find me on Instagram at Snowflower by Jenny. And as always, if you have any suggestions for me on content you'd like me to cover, reach out to me through my website at snowflower.me. Thanks.